Well, hello. It's been a long time. I sincerely apologized. I dropped off Tuesdays at 2 early in January for health reasons, and I've taken a break. I'm recharged, I'm feeling much better, and I'm ready to share my vast knowledge with you each Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. British Time, and 8 p.m. Central European Time. I am a global executive career management practitioner. My name is Martin Buckland, and I manage and advance the careers of senior executives and those who aspire to be business leaders, EMBA candidates and graduates, and I'm also an expert in mining. So, welcome to my Tuesdays at 2. Each week, I share my vast knowledge on a particular topic about career management. Today, the topic is very topical for a couple of the people I've spoken to this morning. Both were in career transition for more than 6 months. So the topic is 6 months. I'm still in a job search. Today, and I've been in business now 28 years. That's pretty scary, but I've been in business now 28 years. I have never seen hiring recruitment as robust, as strong as it is right now. So there is no reason why in any function, any geography, any sector that you should not be in a job after 6 months of job search. So if you have any questions as this Tuesdays at 2 unfolds, please put them in the comments and I'll be happy to help you. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Doesn't have to be related to today's topic. So yeah, robust hiring, very, very, very strong in all sectors, all functions, all geographies. So people don't know how to search for a job. People are lost. They don't want to learn that skill set. Well, hopefully they will only have to learn it a few times in their career. But it is an art. But it's also a full-time gig. Those people who treat it as a part-time gig will fail or will lengthen their job beyond that 6 months. So if you are in career transition, we want to call it unemployed. I prefer career transition. You need to embrace a full-time job. It's a full-time gig, minimum of 8 hours a day. The more hours you put in, the more opportunities will come your way. So let me talk a little bit about the job search wheel, as I call it. So there's a misdemeanor about how many jobs are online. How many? It's misrepresented. People think that LinkedIn accounts for 80% of jobs. It doesn't. It accounts for only a small portion, a small fraction of that 100% job wheel that are available for you to apply for right now. So here in Canada, only 8% of jobs are advertised. It's the lowest percentile of any country in the world. You go to other countries and it's far more percentile, a double in the US, and there are plenty of jobs to be found in the hidden environment. You need to have that job search wheel. So only a few percentile, maybe between 8 and about 24% of jobs, doesn't matter where you are in the Western world, are advertised. Then there is executive recruiters. So if you are a senior manager and above, you need to embrace recruiters. You need to build relationships with executive recruiters. So they account for anything between 11 and 14%. And the rest, yes, the rest is hidden. You don't know where those jobs are. I've got videos on my YouTube channel, and you can go and look at those videos on how to hunt down those hidden jobs. I'm also going to do some Tuesdays at 2 talking about that. So if anybody's got any comments, please feel free to put them in the comments, and I'm more than happy to answer them. So that job search wheel, the 100%, the 360 accounts only advertised jobs account for a small percentile. Executive recruiters, there again, a reasonably small percentile, and then the rest is hidden. So you need to embrace, go on the hunt. Like my old trade, I was a detective before I became a career management practitioner. You need to go and source, go and hunt down those particular jobs. A job search can be a very tough, a very laborious, a very frustrating journey. Yeah, it can test your emotions. It can test your relationships. It can test everything because you have to conquer the fear of rejection. You're not going to win every race. So you need to keep your morale high. You need to be positive. We don't hire people who've got a negative attitude. And that can come quite clearly in an interview. So don't portray your frustration, your anger, your rage, you're not getting to what you want as fast as possible. You can go as fast as possible if you plan and execute a very ambitious job search. Have a champion, a mentor, somebody you can talk to who isn't on job search, but somebody who can help you after the day, your job search day. You can talk to them. You can release, you can vent with them, you can rant to them. So have somebody separate from your job search who can be your best pillar, your best friend, can help you, rally you, pump you up, get you going for the following day. So, Ricardo, hello, Ricardo. What about big companies like Disney and Microsoft? Do these companies also have hidden jobs? Yes, they do, but not as many as in the regular job search wheel. Yeah, but there's always hidden jobs. So you need to go and hunt down those jobs, and all corporations have hidden jobs. You never know. Somebody might just be let loose today, this morning. They might have been terminated for whatever reason. And then there is a vacancy there. So you need to go and hunt those vacancies down. So great question. Thank you, Ricardo. Any further questions? Please keep them coming. So it can be a tough journey. It's not a journey really that you probably want to go on, but you have to live with it. If you want a good career, you need to put pedal to the metal, and you need to knuckle down and do a minimum of 8 hours a day. Those who sit on the couch and think that the job is going to fall in their lap, they've got that wrong attitude, and it doesn't happen. And then that frustration then goes into your personal life, and all sorts of complications can arise from that. So keep your mettle up, keep your pedal to the metal, keep your morale high. So networking is going to bring you huge value. In the last couple or so years, networking in person, doesn't matter where you are in the world, has been not on the top of people's agenda. Well, you can't do it. But now COVID, hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, is relaxing, disappearing, or going to a smaller number. You can network in person. Nothing like in-person networking within your own geographic region. There are tons and tons of networking opportunities available to you. But with the advent of the internet in the last 20 years and platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, you can also network online. Never, ever, ever count out on networking. You need to network. If you're an introvert, yes, it can be more difficult. There are previous Tuesdays at 2 and my videos on my YouTube channel talking about the benefits, why you need to network. Don't not network. Network is going to bring you a huge value. Here's a tip. Even when you're gainfully employed, you should be networking too, because you never know when you're going to be unemployed. So network, network, network. Part of executive career management, which I teach, is networking all the time. From the day you leave your college, your high school, your university, to the day you retire. Never miss out on networking. Embrace networking. Then target marketing. So these, we're going to the hidden jobs. If you want to go and work, like Ricardo says in his comment, he wants to go maybe to work for Disney or work for Microsoft. So you need to do a lot of research on that company, and then you need to find, using LinkedIn, find the person who will be your boss or your boss's boss in those particular companies and start networking with them. They may not have a job for you right now, but they might have a job for you 6 weeks, 6 months down the road. So networking is going to be huge. Target marketing. When a client engages me to do job search coaching, I set them high goals that they need to achieve in networking and target marketing. I touched very briefly on executive recruiters, and there are YouTube videos. There are previous Tuesdays at 2 on my YouTube channel talking about executive recruiters, and I will be launching a podcast very shortly with an executive recruiter. So executive recruiters can bring you huge value. Don't expect them to find you a job. They don't find you a job. You need to be on their database. There are ways to get on their database. There again, go to my YouTube channel and you can see plenty of information, plenty of videos on how to build relationships with executive recruiters. But once you build a relationship with an executive recruiter, once you build a relationship with somebody else, never lose that relationship. The whole world revolves around relationship building, relationship management. Don't just drop off the face of the earth and think that recruiter will pick you up 6 years, 7 years down the road when you want their help again. You need to maintain that relationship. Never, ever let your pedal get off the metal. So you need to get on and get out there. You need to have your name. It's all part of personal branding. So never let your foot off the pedal. Get in there and keep your message. Keep your brand. You all have a personal brand. There are other videos on my YouTube channel talking about personal branding. You need to get out there and market yourself, but also have a brand. What is your unique promise of value? Why should I call you over Mary, Mark, or Paul? So your LinkedIn profile is a very, very integral component of overall career management. Not just when you're on a job search, but when you're in a gainfully employed. You need to be on LinkedIn very frequently, but definitely, without doubt, you need to be on LinkedIn. I'm going to say of that 8 hours a day, if you're in job search, 5 hours a minimum on LinkedIn. It's a huge platform. Many people don't know how to use it. You need to learn LinkedIn. You need to embrace LinkedIn. You need to network through LinkedIn. You need to find people who could be decision makers. You get a chance to brand yourself as an expert within your industry, within your area, within your region using LinkedIn. And have your LinkedIn profile fully complete. A half complete or a third complete LinkedIn profile is not going to bring you too much value, but be present all the time on LinkedIn. Then the foundation of your career management success revolves around having an ATS. What is ATS? Applicant tracking system, friendly resume, or CV. You need to keep it up to date. Because if it's not up to date and an executive recruiter calls you today and he wants your resume by this afternoon, you will be left in the lurch. You'll be panicking. You don't know what to do, and you need to have your resume up to date. So William here, great to see some of my clients here. Thank you, Martin. Can a person maintain multiple brands? No. You are a brand. Think of the corporate brands, IBM or RBC or Virgin. They all have one brand. You only have one brand, but it's a great question. Yeah, your personal brand is your unique promise of value. You cannot change that. So don't change your brand according to the particular job. It's part of you, the person, you. So that's a great question. Thanks very much, William. So there's a good question here now. Paul Reed, my first thought on hunting for those hidden jobs would be cold calling potential hiring managers, in particular for sales roles, i.e., displaying your hunter mentality early in the process. Would you recommend this as part of the approach? Let me repeat that because that's a really good topic, and thanks very much, Paul, for bringing it up. So, hello, Martin. My first thought on hunting for those hidden jobs would be cold calling potential hiring managers, in particular for sales roles, i.e., displaying your hunter mentality early in the process. Would you recommend this as part of your approach? Oh, yeah, I would totally embrace that. You're building instantly. First impressions count. Doesn't matter whether you're selling a product or a service as a salesperson or selling yourself. And that's ironically, as Paul knows, salespeople cannot sell themselves. So, yeah, be proactive. The more proactive you are in uncovering those hidden jobs, which I talked about a few minutes ago, the more opportunities are going to open up. Just like you're selling, Paul, a product or a service, the more opportunities you open up, the more you're going to be called for the interview. Remember, a resume or a CV doesn't get you a job, it gets you the interview. So, yeah, an ATS friendly, performance driven, current format 2022 format, not a 2020, but a 2022 ATS format, selling yourself on these 2 or 3 pieces of paper is vital. ATS is applicant tracking system, and it's a computer. One character wrong, one line wrong, one bullet wrong, and you have counted yourself out of an opportunity where you might be, or you would be the perfect candidate. So better to send 10 targeted resumes out than it is 100 untargeted resumes. So, like a sales guy, you are a sales guy. Everybody in job search is a salesperson. They are a product and they're sending that product to a very defined market. So, it's better to send 10 targeted resumes out versus 100 or 200. You're going to get more results by targeting your distribution of your resume than you will be by 100 or even double that. So finally, understand your value. What is your value? Who are you? What is that product look like? What are you worth? And in today's economy, you can really elevate your salary, your base salary, and your bonuses because there is a global talent shortage. So understand your value. Never, ever undersell yourself. Know yourself and conquer rejection. So anybody got any other questions? I'm more than happy to answer them. I'll be here. I'm more happy to answer any question, not just related to today's topic. I love what I do. I actually have the best job in the world. I tell my clients I can help them get one of the best jobs, but they can't have the best job because I've got it in the world. So while I'm here, I'm going to announce a new live streaming. So I've come back with Tuesdays at 2 after a break. Saturday week, the 4th Saturday of each month, I'm going to have a new live streaming and I'm calling it Career Coaches Rant. I see so many people make the same mistake all the time that it gets the hair on the back of my neck up. And I'm going to have a rant. I am going to have a different rant each month. I've got 20 scripts prepared. That means 20 errors that people make in their career management. So please tune in next Tuesday at 2, and then Career Coaches Rant will be on the following Saturday. I have a number of other live streaming coming up, including some very, very cool podcasts where I will be sharing, co-hosting a podcast with an executive recruiter. So, anybody got any other comments? I'm more than happy to help you or answer those comments. I do offer a free, no obligation, 30-minute resume evaluation, resume critique, if you want to send it to me, or a LinkedIn audit. I go through your LinkedIn from top to bottom. I can do both. I'm more than happy to help you with that. But you have to be prepared for some tough messages because people don't know how to sell themselves. And you only get just one kick of the can when you are managing your career. First impressions count. And those who are listening as well, please go to my YouTube channel and press the subscribe button where you will be notified of many future videos that are coming. I believe there's one being released this afternoon, and I'm actually filming 10 new ones this coming weekend. If you have a topic on something you want me to shoot on YouTube, I'm more than happy to oblige and help you and publish it on my YouTube channel. So that sort of wraps it up. Let me find out what we're talking about next week. I'm so happy to be back finally. So next week, Tuesdays at 2 is I feel alone and isolated at work. My boss ignores me. I feel alone and isolated at work. My boss ignores me. So that's an interesting topic in itself. So have a great week. If I can bring value to your career management, I'm always available. Shoot me a message on LinkedIn. And those who want to connect with me on LinkedIn, we're not connected, please send me an invite. But in that invite, say the reason why you want to connect with me. I don't accept any invitations without a message because it's a very personalized platform. So have a great week. Mike has come on. Let's see Mike's question. In addition to applying for posted jobs, what is the best way to attract the right opportunities through LinkedIn or other tools? Well, Mike, that is a long answer there. Let me just repeat that. Mike from Montreal has sent me a comment here. In addition to applying for posted jobs, what is the best way to attract the right opportunities through LinkedIn or other tools? So, Mike, I bet I think we just discussed this. I think you've got some targets, some companies you want to go and work for, both in the Montreal region and the Greater Toronto area. So you need to go and find the person, your target marketing. You are selling yourself. So you need to go and find, using LinkedIn, that person who would be your boss or your boss's boss, and start networking with him or her. Now, not everybody's going to want to connect with you because we aren't in 100% networking age, sadly. Well, I also say that if that person doesn't want to network with you, and then you get another job, and then they want to network with you because they are in career transition, would you want to network with them? You should do, but it's the roles reversed. So you should always, when anybody who's gainfully employed here, so if somebody wants a meeting with you, just a phone call or an in-person, always accept that, because you never know that everyone has a huge network as well. So you can discuss your network as well as their network. So yeah, that's a very interesting question. There is some videos on my YouTube channel, so please subscribe, Mike, to my YouTube channel. And then I think one of my topics this coming weekend, I'm shooting some new videos, is talking about that subject. And I will also put it on Tuesdays at 2. Hopefully that answers your question. You need to be active on social media. Don't be passive. It gives you a chance, Mike, Paul, Bill, to market yourself as an expert. Everyone listening to this live and everyone listening to this replay is an expert. Market yourself as an expert. Each one of you has terrific value to bring. So thanks very much for your input. Great questions there. And I will be back next Tuesday for Tuesdays at 2, and then the following Saturday, Career Coaches Rant, where I will be really wound up. So looking forward to sharing that with you. I've got some really unbelievable rants that will blow you away, but they're common. Outstanding. So we'll see you next week. Have a great week. I'm always here for you, and have a wonderful time this afternoon. Take care.